All right, and we kick off this hour with breaking news. Accused number 3 in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial wants the case to be suspended due to the prison conditions that he's been subjected to. The trial, of course, back in session after a brief adjournment or a recess over the weeks gone by. Chriselda Lewis is part of our team watching those developments. She joins us via our telephone line now from inside court. And Chriselda, this is not the first time that Mthobisi Mncube has raised issue with his prison conditions. What do we know around what's happened so far?
Well, that's right, Ayanda. You would recall that court has been on recess, the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial resuming today after that break, and the issue of accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube's prison conditions, once again coming under the spotlight. As cross-examination was due to begin this morning, the defense counsel for accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube, who is advocate Charles Mthobisi, again raising concern over what they're describing as the harsh conditions that his client is subjected to in prison. Mthobisi Mncube has been incarcerated at the Kgosi Mampuru prison in Pretoria since 2020, and this has been in solitary confinement. So this is an issue that was raised in the last sitting that we had. And also this morning as well, once it was brought up, you would recall, the last time that we had the sitting, Judge Mokgoteng had made an undertaking to call the Correctional Services Inspectorate, and this, of course, relating to the conditions and dealing with them. The last time that we heard about this was that Advocate Charles Mthobisi said that his client says that he cannot concentrate on any of the proceedings because he's being kept under these conditions for the past 4 years in solitary confinement. So today, Judge Mokgoteng basically saying, he cannot allow for the proceedings to be suspended or halted, and the only thing that can basically be done is that an urgent application needs to be brought. And after he then said he would consult with his client, Mthobisi Mncube basically giving the instruction to say, why can't this trial be halted or suspended while this application is brought. And the judge basically saying that simply cannot be done at this stage. Court proceedings have taken, a short adjournment until 11:30. As Advocate Charles Mthobisi says, he also then needs to have a conversation with legal aid on. Now, of course, you would know that then Mthobisi Mncube would then need to get another attorney in order for that urgent application to be brought. And that's essentially where proceedings are at this point. We even heard Advocate Charles Mthobisi saying they would even want to possibly go the route of, a separation of trial. But the judge lamenting that, saying he's never heard of, an application for a separation of trial, to be brought at such a late stage in this particular case. So essentially the crux of what we've heard this morning is that Mthobisi Mncube basically says that he wants, the trial to be suspended or halted at this stage. I'm trying to find the correct word. While this application is brought relating to his prison conditions, relating to his rights, relating to whether they are being trampled on. But it certainly seems that the High Court in Pretoria is against that at this stage, because you would know, Ayanda, for this matter that has been going on for quite a while now, the judge president as well also lamenting how this particular case needs to come to a conclusion, not only for the accused themselves, but also for the families that are seeking justice. So we're likely to hear at about 11:30 this morning what the way forward will be. And hopefully, I know it's quite a very hectic news day, but perhaps we'll be able to dip into that as well to find out what the way forward is in this particular matter. But, the crux of what we saw this morning, while we expected cross-examination to continue, Advocate Charles Mthobisi saying he's also being caught a little bit hamstrung at this particular stage on the basis that He's not also able to attend to that matter, which would be this urgent application which the court says can be brought relating to Mthobisi Mncube's prison conditions and him being incarcerated in solitary confinement. He also questioned, after Advocate Charles Mthobisi had spoken to his client, when he asked for a moment to consult with his client inside court, he also told the court that his client basically says that he's unable to concentrate in this matter due to his conditions. He's only being let out for 1 hour from his cell. And this is basically, I would say, about the second or third time this matter is coming up now, including from the last sitting that we had.
The judge in this matter also saying he can't preside over this trial until he dies, and I suppose that really echoes those sentiments around trying to prevent yet another delay potentially, given how protracted this matter has been. Chriselda Lewis, thanks very much indeed. The breaking news story there, accused number 3, asking essentially for the main trial in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case to be halted as he raises concerns once again around his prison conditions. That's Mthobisi Mncube, who's been kept in solitary confinement for about 4 years. At least that's word from his lawyer. That's led to a slight adjournment in the case this morning after a much longer recess that had taken place. Hopefully, once it resumes, we'll be able to dip into court for you, get you a sense of how the judge is planning to move forward in this case, which we've already explained to you has been marred by delays quite literally for years.